Welcome to Star Trek on Headlines today. I'm Rohit Khilnani. My guest today is an actor who's got appreciation for most of her film. Kangana, welcome to Headlines today firstly.
Thank you.
Kangana, you've always got a lot of appreciation. Whatever the fate of the film may be, your character mostly stands out. What is it about choosing all these roles that you've done?
Well, I think I have been fortunate enough to enter the industry when there is a whole transition happening, changes happening, transformation taking place, new makers are coming in, contemporary makers are a lot more open to different characters and different kind of films which aren't very filmy, which people have been seeing for a while, whether it's fashion or Once Upon a Time or Queen or Krrish. So I think it's the phase that changeover is happening, it's taking place, and I am here at the right time maybe.
Right. You know, you must be getting a lot of offers. So what is that criteria when you finalize a role? Is it a big banner? Is it the actor opposite you? Is it the story?
It's not that I'm getting too many offers. People have this, I think maybe the way they portray film stars to be in movies especially, that we're always surrounded by hundreds of people and we are too busy, and you know, it's like we can't even take phone calls and we have so many offers coming in every day. That's not true.
You are showing us the other side. We really, nobody is that honest to us.
Well, even for a successful actress like me, it's not that I have many options and I get 5 offers every week. Offer comes once in a while. We make limited films, and there are so many actresses out there, so it's not that every film or every maker wants to just work with me. So the ones who want to work with me, they come to me, and then out of those options I pick up few.
Time when you say there are few offers, it must be taking a lot of guts and a lot of thinking to say no to Rakesh Roshan for a Hrithik Roshan movie. So what is the thought that goes into saying no to a big ticket like that?
See, for me, I wasn't being rational, or I had no plan in mind for that matter. But my experience with Kites wasn't great, and I just thought maybe they don't value me as an actor. And that was very emotional decision, that I didn't want to work in that film and didn't even read the script. But after I refused and I told Mr. Roshan, I said, you know, I really want to do things where I get to portray, you know, and he told me, he's like, why don't you trust me and why don't you read the script? And I was very emotional and I said, no sir, I don't want to do it. And then they auditioned few girls, and they weren't liking anyone. They had written the role keeping me in mind. After you see the film now, I can tell that no one could have done it like today with confidence. Before this, people would think, oh gosh, she's ego crazy, gone ego crazy, or what's wrong with her. But I can now say with a confidence. They called me on Diwali 2011 and they told me, this is the script and you have to read it once, and if I want to change anything, I'll tell you now, but I'm not going to change anything from this script, and I will make the film what you read right now. So they were so nice to me, and you know, such a big maker, he's probably the #1 we have, and that gesture and that courtesy and that, you know, so I had no doubts that they don't value me as an actor, you know. So I think that doubt got cleared, and I was more open. I said, if they're calling me after 6 months and telling me the same thing, so this is in my mind only, that they don't value me as an actor. They definitely value me, and I must give my 100% to this film.
Express that to Mr. Roshan, your experience about Kites.
Yes, I did.
What was his reaction?
He said that Kite has been not so good experience for all of us, including the director, and he's like, he told me that I didn't have much of control on that project and I wasn't directing it. So obviously he had his own point, which is also true, that even for Mr. Basu it's been a learning experience for all. I think anyone try to harm anyone intentionally just happened, and it harmed almost everyone who was involved in it, which happens in movies. That's not nothing to. But yeah, he was very, and he's one of the most honest and open people I know. Like, he would say what comes in his mind. He wouldn't mince words, and he's not the one who will be bothered. And at his age or stage, he wouldn't really have to be politically correct, or like I'm not even somebody who has a lot of box office credibility. So if he's calling me and if he's offering me something with so much straightforwardness, that is very endearing, very, very nice.
He has some faith in you, definitely.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Right. So now that all this is behind you, and now you see the results of the film, the box office numbers, like above 150 crores in 5 days. Now how do you see the experience? Was it completely worth?
Oh yeah. Oh yes. More than I think the end result was somewhere expected. No, it was the highly anticipated film of the year. But my experience was so much different than Kites. Mr. Roshan is very organized, very, very organized. Like, he wouldn't keep any actor waiting, and he had given me the dates he needed, the sched, 2 years in advance, and those 60-70 days, the days he wanted, he shortened those days, times were like, I love to be that organized. And they made that whole animation version of which I think is called preview or something of the film. So you go on the sets, and when you're doing action sequences, you see the film, they will take the shot, okay shot will be immediately replaced with the edited, they'll edit it on the, so that sort of making and that kind of preparation from the maker, and it's a wonderful experience. There were no misunderstandings, no, like I was expecting a lot of scolding. He's very strict. So,
yeah, Hrithik says that his eyes are like, when Rakesh Roshan sees you like that, you feel like he's going to scold you.
So I was expecting many scolding, but it didn't actually. Everything was so very, very pleasant experience. So I can say for 3 years of my life, I lived well, doing this film, and now that the results are so good, it makes it even better, and it makes your faith stronger in that organized institution of filmmaking versus very last-minute adjustments, which too sometimes do well, but I think that's more on the Bhagwan Bharose.
In your entire career, when you do films, how important is a film like Krrish 3? Is it like a must-have for every actor to have this one tick mark where it's a 100-200 crore film with a big superstar?
Well, it is important. People do point fingers at you. Like, I know many actors being rude to me for the same reason that I've never been part of these kind of films, and in fact they judge you. They judge you. They think you don't belong to that league of actresses or whatever league that is, or you don't. I think here in this industry, people would rather have they would like to have a lucky person versus having a talented.
So one film just changes the luck, is it?
They just want, so they'll go with someone who they think is lucky, and how superstitious Indians are, and then they wouldn't think you. So yeah, so
now I hope they consider you very lucky.
Lucky, yeah.
Okay, whenever you have done a film with Priyanka Chopra, when you did Fashion with Priyanka Chopra, there were rumors. Now we have done a film with Priyanka Chopra, the reports were that you all didn't get along.
That we are dating.
That you all are not getting along. I asked this to Priyanka. She completely denied it. She said Kangana has a lovely role. There's no point of me being jealous of that role. But every time you all do a film together, there are rumors that you all don't get along.
Mm-hmm. But we do get along, and we were promoting when we were promoting the film together. We had lovely evenings together, and we went out dinners and had long conversations. I think that's pretty much shows that that we get along well, but we can't do anything more than that.
Right.
Also, I think sometimes these things are just a PR exercise, and yeah. But Priyanka is a lovely girl, and I really admire the fact that she can do so many things. She can act, she's been a beauty queen, she can sing, she can dance so well. And she's a very intelligent girl. You know, she's very, very well read, and if you have a conversation with her, I don't remember winning any argument with her, which I love. I love people who can talk well.
Can two female actresses be friends?
Yes, why not, if they choose to be. But you know, the problem with our profession is that we cannot have a very disciplined lifestyle. Our call time changes every day. Sometimes we are sent to God knows where, time zones change all of a sudden. You are in New York for 2 days, then you come back, and day is night, night is day, you go into night shifts. So the lack of a disciplined lifestyle, yeah, you can't really have a set of friends who you can catch up with every weekend, or you meet them. You don't see your friends for months, and then you have like, this is my best friend, and then see, the person was 6 months and like, yeah, I remotely know this person. I remember he was dating someone. What's going on, you know? So then you definitely can't have friends like that.
Right. Okay. Coming to Rajo, how often does a film like that come where you have the title role? It's an important film where you have to do a lot of research, go to places. Apparently, you did go to red light areas and you did meet a lot of people. Tell us about that experience.
The experience was great, and for me it was nice to see that that side of life that we people don't know of, and we look at these girls who are into flesh business, or as sex workers. They work sex workers from a different perspective that mostly movies give us. I think this movie has a very real take on that. And especially someone who comes from that background, but actually it's not about that background. The film is more about a dancer's struggle to be somebody who can earn respectful living out of what she does. So the film is more about that. It's been a good experience.
You went. What did you see? You met people. What you know? They seemed happy. They seemed sad. What was it?
These girls, contrary to what I thought, not all of them were sad or anything. They are pretty much okay with what they do. I guess they don't have a reference point. That like they don't know what would an ordinary life will be. You know, so they are raised there. They are brought up there, and they are pretty much okay with that, unless they get old and they don't have those many clients. So it's such an environment that I didn't really dislike it. I was quite comfortable there. Someone is cutting vegetables in a corner, people dancing, rehearsing, then somebody's fallen sick, so you know, wahan pe maram patti chal raha hai. So it's just a home come a different sort of, and kids wondering about studying in a corner, learning, all those things are happening.
They've come to terms with this is what life is, I guess.
I think that is the spirit of humanity. You do come to terms with almost everything.
Right.